Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Puff Drink Talk podcast. I am Hilton Kill.
This is George.
I'm Arthur.
And I'm Lane.
Hey, Lane.
And we have our guest today is Lane. I'm going to focus on him.
There
He
you go.
is having his cigar already over there. Lane, tell us a little bit about you. You know, what you do, what you like to do, the company that you run.
Yeah.
How you make money, how you lose money,
Yeah.
how you enjoy
You don't want to
money.
know how I lose money, man. I've lost way too much. So Lane Reichek, born and raised in Texas, been in Austin for about 10 years now. What do I like to do, man? I like to go out. I like to have experiences. I love to play sports. When I'm not doing that, let's see, I'm running an insurance brokerage right now, trying to grow it and operate it. I'm kind of a solopreneur at this point, but 2 years in and trying to look to expand out and hire a couple people, expand the team, build that out. On the side, I've also got some restaurants that run about in the Austin area. More of an investor in that space than kind of the operational side, but it's people don't look at insurance and they're like, oh, dude, this is sexy. So you've got the restaurants that are fun and entertaining, and then I've got the insurance,
baby,
which is
structure.
the financial side of it, 100%. Best of both worlds. So
I had the opportunity, George, to go to one of his restaurants, and I have to say, it's a freaking lot of food in one order, right? And it tastes really, really good. It's not like just because he's here.
Can you show us?
I can
Just
show
a
it.
blank?
Yeah, I can Google it.
I don't bring any problems to our podcast.
No, it doesn't have any
All
problems.
right.
don't worry, I'll slip the 20 under the table. I appreciate it.
The name of the restaurant is Happy Cheeks.
I like the name.
Yeah. And
Oh, I'm surprised. I'm so surprised, Arthur.
so we have the Happy Cheeks website now showing on
Chicks, okay.
for the viewers on YouTube. And by the way, hit that subscribe button there and share with your friends.
It does a lot for us, actually,
And
right?
then, do you have the menu? Yeah, he has the menu in there. It's like I ordered the classic chicks, but it's so much food that it's like 4 crispy chicken tenders, but it's so much food that's like in the end I didn't even finish my fries.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was just like that, and it was literally crispy. It tastes nice. Even my girls, they shared one, like the 3 chicken tenders, and then they had left over.
Let me check the website, the beginning of the website. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man.
Man, I feel like I'm looking at a 1,000 store franchise here, man.
Hopefully, that's the goal.
I can feel.
How many locations do you have? 4?
Right now we have 3.
Yeah.
3
We got
locations.
3 locations. Yeah, Georgetown, Burnett Road in Austin, and then our main locations on 6th Street downtown.
Yeah, the good thing is that you get to 6th Street, and then there's parking over there, and you can park. Not more than 2 hours, but there was I parked. Like, can I park over here? Because I didn't see any signs saying otherwise. And then there was these people in this restaurant,
My friend.
and then I was like, "Can I park over here?" And the lady was like, "Yeah, I mean, it says 2 hours, but I parked the whole day, and nothing happens to me."
It's like a little secret.
Microphone.
It's like a little secret spot on 6th Street where you can kind of get away with
Yeah,
whatever you want.
And they're like 2.
It's a whole different world.
Yeah, 2 police officers in horses.
Yeah.
And then Lily went like, "Oh, look, they're on horses." You know, it's kind of fun. Downtown
That's probably
Austin.
the only Texas thing about Austin is that the cops ride horses.
Yeah, okay.
There's nothing else Texas about Austin.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, thank you for the invitation to go to the restaurant Friday, and this past Friday. It was pretty good.
Thank you.
I enjoyed it a
You
lot.
just mentioned that horses, cops and on horses are just the only thing about Texas in Austin, right? It's, one thing that is Austin, that is Texas for sure. It's an institution in Texas. Is free parking. People, it's super underrated because everywhere else you go, it's so hard to find parking. It's so expensive to get parking, and Texas has land. So I see that parking should be a character of Texas. There should be a god or a definition, or like a reference to parking, because if there's something I love about Texas, I got a truck.
Yeah.
It's the size of the size of it, how easy it is to maneuver. Ask him how it is in Brazil, in Porto Alegre, for example.
It is just crazy to believe that you have like such a huge truck and you can park anywhere. Like
inside my garage.
Yeah, every time I go out of him, I'm like, how are you parking that? Like, it's inside his garage. Like, you have that truck in Brazil, you cannot fit it in a garage. Yeah. So it's just like, it's amazing.
Everything's bigger in Texas.
Exactly. So, but parking, I just wanted to...
God, freedom, guns, and parking. That's going to be the new slogan.
You got to out parking.
Good book title, too.
Good book title. I love it.
Yeah.
So when did you start in insurance?
So actually, excuse me, I started in insurance right out of college, actually. So when I was at the University of Houston, there was a collegiate sales program that we had corporate sponsors, and one of them happened to be State Farm, and met some agents and kind of learned about the life and what insurance can look like, what the opportunities are, and it led me to being like, wow, this is a really great opportunity. Yes, please. And so I ended up doing 5 years at State Farm. Got into their agent aspirant program, which is where they take the top salespeople and they kind of pin them against each other to compete so that they can get the next agency. Very dog eat dog mentality. Mm-hmm. And then me and the agent that I was working with, great guy. I was young and wet behind the ears, and I thought I knew how to run his business better than he knew how to run his business, and his name was on the sign that's under the State Farm, so I quickly realized it was not my business. And so I actually got out of it for 7 years and went into tech sales. That's what brought me to Austin. I've been back in insurance now for about 2 years. So had a run in with one company that I thought was going to be where I wanted to plant my flagship, and about 6 months into that, I was like, this is good for the masses, but not good for the individual, as we talked about earlier. And so I got out of that, and then I've been with Clearview Insurance for about 1.5 years now.
And I know for a fact that you do all types of insurance. You do residential, commercial, on people.
Yep.
So life, disability, toys.
Yep.
Properties.
Yep.
Commercial businesses, trades.
We do it all.
Yeah.
When people say, what do you cover? I just say, what do you need covered? You know what I mean? Like, it's the gambit. We can touch it all. We can help with all. The only thing we don't do is health insurance. So.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So you don't do health,
but
you do life.
We do life. We do commercial. We do home and auto. It's kind of our bread and butter. Coming from the State Farm world, that was my experience for 5 years, was helping people save money. One of the biggest reasons I decided to go independent was over the time that I was there, I would get these calls from clients who had been with the agency for a year up to 10 years. Mm-hmm. And they would call and they'd be like, hey, Lane, my rates went up. What can you do? Well, being with State Farm and that it's captive, you couldn't do anything, right? Like the rate is what the rate is. We don't really have that much control over it. And so there was always the same statement. It's, hey, the market's going up. Everyone's seeing rate increases, right? It was kind of like the calming. Yeah, we just had to give them the excuse, and hopefully they didn't leave. And when I decided to come back to insurance,
it's like, no, just leaving auto renew. You know what I mean?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about
Don't worry about it.
It's okay. You know.
just let that pass.
Yeah.
Just a ship passing in the night. When I decided to get back into insurance, one of the things that really drove my decision on where I went was the experience I had with Big Red, which is what they call State Farm, was that their loyalty is not to their customers. Now, they have one of the largest customer bases in the United States for property and casualty insurance, but their loyalty as an agent resides to the company because I can't control what I do with the client. And so the independent side was much more attractive because now I'm loyal to my clients. I'm helping them save money, but I can still keep them as clients because I have the ability now to shop around. So that's what really drove my decision when I got back into the insurance game.
What is the if you were to recommend someone in the insurance world, like not insurance, but as a customer, what would you recommend them to do on a yearly basis?
So the nice part with auto is it's twice a year. 90% of the time, home is once a year. I would say about 2 months before your renewal comes up, just start shopping around. A lot of people think that the insurance industry, like agents, are making a crazy killing. Like, there's so many fallacies in the insurance world. One of the biggest ones is that you see these ads on Instagram.
I was going to mention there is an ad. There is an ad right now that's like $600 insurance. No, you can have that for $34.99.
Yeah. The bait and switch is incredible in the insurance realm. Even when we were at State Farm, I don't know if you guys remember, they had this thing called the discount double check. Aaron Rodgers was like their big. It was when Aaron Rodgers was still big before he went on his ayahuasca journeys and whatever he's doing now. But he'd won a championship belt and he would do these like discount double checks. And the whole concept of it was, how do we get clients to call in to buy more policies? We'll review what they have and upsell them. So I would tell clients, if you're looking to save money, start shopping about 2 months early. The problem is most people nowadays will go online and you put your information into one site, and what that site will then do is it's its own business, right? Yeah. So they'll take all your data and they'll sell it to you, they'll sell it to you, they'll sell it to you, and it's who can get them on the phone fastest, and you guys all paid $5, $10, $15, whatever for that lead. Then the internet now has your information. So then you start getting all of the robocalls, all of the spam calls.
The algorithm.
Oh, yeah.
You're a victim of the algorithm.
For sure. And I mean, we're just inundated with spam calls these days. So with that, by going with an independent agent, we have the ability to shop 90% of the market. There's a couple captive agencies that we can't. We can't shop State Farm. We can't shop Farmers. We can't shop Allstate. But there's still about 40 other companies in the state of Texas and throughout the country. There's significantly more that we can shop. And because we're the ones putting the information in, they're not selling that information to the masses. Yeah. So you're not going to get blown up. You're not going to get all these calls. The person that you work with is a person that's most likely going to call you back. So usually about 2 months before your renewal is a good time. The reason why, in the home market, your current mortgage company is going to send your insurance check about 30 days before your renewal comes up. Not a problem if you shop late. There's just more steps that go into it, because what happens is the mortgage, when you cancel your old insurance, they're going to mail you a check. You're going to get that check. You're going to have to deposit it. Then you have to go into your account, and this is where everybody screws up their mortgage payment, is they make a principal payment. So whatever that insurance check was, if they even go in and make a payment. Usually people get it in the mail and they're like, ooh, $1,500. They put it in, don't think anything of it. If they do go make the payment, they put it towards the principal. It's your escrow account that gets negative. So then if they put it either in the primary or they don't pay it, then your escrow's short $1,500, $2,000, $2,500, whatever your insurance is. And now you're like, man, my payment went up $300 a month, and you can't figure out why. And it's because you didn't refill the escrow account. So there's just more steps, and we live in such a busy world that if it's not immediate, we forget about it.
I worked in mortgage for 2 years here. When I first came to the United States, I worked in the mortgage business 2020, 2021. So, man, we saw a lot of business, right? And
that was a good time that you were making a killing.
It shocks me that such a mature market allows so much deceiving. I wouldn't say deceiving, but like you work in the limits of words. Like we are just before the podcast started, we were talking about education, and there is a reason why sometimes some governments don't want it. They don't want people to be intelligent because it's much easier to manipulate. 100%. I'll tell you, man. I'll tell you. 100%. Right and left here. Okay, so there's no apolitical here. this illiteracy, this financial illiteracy, legal illiteracy is costing trillions to America
Yeah.
every year. And it's not from the rich. It's not from the ones in power. It's you, me.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit less me, more you in this case, right? Because I'm okay. But you are...
It's got international literacy here.
This is tax for me.
Yeah.
It's people don't understand that inflation is tax. People don't understand that this cost. I'm gonna call it U.S. cost. We have Brazil's cost. I'm gonna call the U.S. cost. It costs people. Of course, I understand there is a whole legal industry behind that, and they work hand in hand with so many different markets. But I'm just pissed with the lack of information. You have to go through so many details to make sure. I have to hire a lawyer to buy a car or to have an insurance. I mean,
Yeah.
I have to do that. I'll tell you, I have to talk to lawyers about half of the things I do.
Yeah.
Especially, I'm international,
Yeah.
so I have to do. If you have to follow the law, I have to follow the law 3 times. 3 times. I have to make sure that I speak with a lawyer. So to make sure that I'm not doing anything that is late 10 years from now. No, you can't get your citizenship because you wrote on the corner of this booklet here.
Your Facebook post from 10 years ago.
Yeah.
No,
Anyway,
I
I'm
love,
sorry.
No,
I
I love
sorry,
this
my
segment.
rant.
We
I
went
love-
from insurance to citizenship.
I'm sorry, my systematic ranting.
That's enough coffee for you. No, but actually, I really like what you said because you talked about the financial literacy. Over the past, maybe couple of months, I was always wondering why I got into insurance. And don't get me wrong, there's a great benefit from a financial perspective, which we were talking about. And I want to actually start with that, is that when you're seeing these ads on Instagram, it'll be like, your policy is $1,000 and 80% of that is the agent's cut. That is such
I
bull.
know. I have so many friends, and we had so many insurance people in this podcast, right?
I'm super transparent, probably to a T with my clients. I will tell you, I probably turn away more clients than I bring on, and I give them the advice on hey, you should actually call your agent, move up these coverages, do this, and it'll still be cheaper than what I can do for you, but you're going to be in a better place than when you started. So, the biggest fallacy is what we make on each policy. Transparently, it's 8%. 8% is about what an agent makes off of your policy, but that's to manage it, to do the paperwork, signatures, and at the end of the day, you don't have to deal with 1,000 spam calls.
And renewal, when it gets if the auto renews, and then it's even less, right, that you're getting.
Correct. So the renewals are even less. It's just up on the forefront that we usually get a little bit of a bigger cut, but I mean it's still very minimal in the overall market. The other one is, I probably have 15 emails right now in the last 3 days that are auto insurance as low as $29, like you mentioned. That's just to get you to call in. We're talking about the discount double check. They just want you to call in so that they can get the lead.
They have you on the hook.
Oh, yeah. Then it's it's 29, but you don't have this coverage. You don't have this coverage. You don't have this coverage. And it's well, shit, if I get into a wreck, I paid $30 a month, and I'm not even going to have coverage for anything. So why am I even paying $30 a month?
Yeah.
But to come back to the financial literacy, I've been kind of trying to figure out what drove me to this industry, right? Because you can make money anywhere, right? Especially we were talking about in America, it's the freedom. You've got students flying in from all over the country, or all over the world, to come to America. And I talk a lot about my dad, and funny enough, my dad never made a lot of money. I think the most he ever made in his entire life was probably 65, 70 grand. Worked his ass off. He worked down at Dow Chemical. He was a process tech, he's a chemist by trade, but my dad's not a leadership, and he's probably made a couple career limiting moves. As I mentioned, he stood up in a safety meeting one time with 400 people and pretty much called out leadership and was no, what you're saying is not right. It's going to get people killed. And you don't do that in corporate America, right? That's definitely a CLM. But my dad always bestowed a lot of financial. I talk about him like he's gone. He's still alive. He's 75, but he always instilled all this financial wisdom into me, and he'd always try to give people advice on their finances, but never investments, right? Never a risky. And I think that's what got me into insurance, is that it's a path that allows me to talk to people about their financial situations and help better educate them so that they at least have the experience. Because what we talked about earlier, you were talking about people not being educated. How many people know about insurance? You know you have to have it. That's about it, right? But there's so many benefits to it that can protect you in financial devastation, whether it's your home, your auto, your life. I mean, we used to talk about with State Farm, like we don't want the no GoFundMes and no barbecue plates, right? When families pass away, they have to do these like fundraisers to be able to pay for the funeral. People don't think about that, right? So you almost have to like put it in front of them for them to understand it. But once they have it, it's like a little bit of an aha moment. Like, oh, okay, now I understand why I'm paying. Does it always make sense as to how much they're paying? No. Sometimes rates are just insane. But the next iteration of where I want to take this business is one of the biggest impactors on insurance rates is your credit score. And people don't think about that, right? There's like 40 different data points they use. But if your credit is crap, it's going to cause your rates to go up. And the reason why is they think if you have bad credit, you probably are not financially protected in the sense that if you have a small accident, am I going to pay a $500 deductible and, still cause the insurance company to pay $250 because it was $750 in total? Or would I just pay the $750 myself and save that accident for a total devastation?
It's an actuary calculation.
Yeah,
It's
100%.
Yeah, they have the algorithm. Man, we are numbers now.
Yeah.
We are numbers. They just soft it up,
Yeah.
But we are numbers, They look at me. Imagine how hard it is to build my credit here. I had a pristine.
You seem pretty credible.
I had a pristine credit in Brazil because we use the same system now. Because the American grades that you just bought it everyone down in South America, right? So I got a pristine 999 or 90 or something out of 1,000. I got here. Zero. Nothing.
Wow.
Then, of course.
But that's because there is no history of a person here, right?
Yeah.
And then it's zero.
Man.
We should be able to bring some
they
sort
know
of
me.
history.
Do you think
That would be awesome. Or degrees. Oh my God. I wish you could bring degrees from foreign countries and into certain skills and trades. But
the thing is, do you think I got here in this country? We got one of the best visas possible. Right, got here. Don't you think they know exactly who I am? I assume they know everything. So my doors are, they're open. So now I got here. No. We know everything that happened for the past 20 years, but that won't count here. That puts you so much behind because your rates are terrible. So when they say foreigners are, man, seriously, learn a little bit. Learn the process.
Yeah.
And until Delta comes, and that's why I buy a lot of Delta stocks. No, we're gonna give you here this 15,000 line of credit. Like what? No questions asked.
yeah.
Well, they know me. Everybody know. So then
Mr.
you start building
Worldwide.
that. Why am I not gonna buy Delta now? I only fly Delta, and they give me every single time I fly.
How do you feel about the
me?
change of their
Yeah.
not their cabins? What's their lounges?
Yeah.
You used to be able to go as much as you want. Now it's like limited. And
More and more people, right?
Yeah.
I accept it. I mean, I'm so grateful that I keep buying the stocks. I keep only flying with them. I am loyal. I'm loyal. So then Capital One did the same. All right, Capital One, thank you. And I'm gonna buy stocks from the companies, from products and things. I love it. If I were pansexual, right, I would make love with those with those stocks. This is how I invest. I would make love with those stocks. I believe them.
Tell me more about that.
I
I
know.
want to know more. No, let's go down that rabbit
It's a
hole.
good segue.
Let's see where this goes.
And let's wrap it up this episode, and then we get back into some conversation on future episodes. Please keep an eye on that. Subscribe so that you can be notified. And thank you, Lane,
Yeah,
for
man,
being
thank you so
here
much.
with
Thank you
us
guys for
today.
having me.
I really appreciate it. We have to talk a little bit about networking too. You know, things that we do together. So yeah,
Networking. It
So, yeah.
works if you work it.
yeah.